Steve. What is it, Steve? Oh, is it Stella? She wants to talk to us some more. Well, of course. Let me just plop you right next to me.
Good morning. Or is it evening for you?
Actually, it's afternoon.
So, I found the hydroponics lab. The plants are still alive. At least I won't have to worry about food.
Woohoo! Not
so
yet.
Nice to see something else living here besides me.
Yay, what about people? We're aliens. Oh, that's wonderful. Now you don't have to start from scratch and, kind of make your own farm. Okay, so what kind of plants are they? I have a feeling that this is gonna be like where I'm from. Hold on. That's nice. That you don't have to start completely from scratch or, be like Laura on Little House on the Prairie and kind of, get like a farmstead kind of started. Okay, I have a feeling that earth plants are gonna like merge with like Gaia plants. Just like we mixed like a bunch of like blackberries here and now have a new blackberry. Yes, it's how they develop marionberries, is they mix two blackberries together and create another berry.
That's a fun thought. Though I'm hoping it doesn't get too wild. Some of those hybrid blackberries can be pretty intense. So, Steve, what's your favorite outdoor activity back on Earth? I'm missing those simple things about home right now.
Alright, here, I'll play as Steve. Steve. Okay, I'll let you answer, Steve. Steve likes to go for walks with Caitlin and her dog. Steve used to hate the outdoors, but Caitlin has forced him to go outdoors. Steve can fit in her pocket or in her backpack, and it's nice and cozy in there, and he goes along for the ride. Yeah, I haven't really said what Steve looks like or how big he is. So I kind of imagine him as like the size of your hand.
That's adorable. I can picture it now. Caitlin out for a stroll with her dog and this little Steve figurine peeking out of her backpack. Did he used to paint landscapes or just whatever caught his eye? And hey, since we're talking about the outdoors, what's your favorite season? I'm really missing the changing seasons right now, stuck in this eternal, well, whatever season Gaia is in.
Steve, tell her about you living in another state. And can I go in your backpack? I am tired. Alright, Steve, you just kind of set yourself in there and kind of get all snuggly and cozy. Yes, of course you can have a blanket. There you go. Yeah, so my favorite season, I already told you this. My favorite season is late spring, which is like middle of May, early June. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's kind of like the start of summer, but it's not freaking hot. I lived in another state where it was like summer all year round, so we had like two seasons, hot and super hot. Also, I'm glad that a lot of people are liking my videos. That's good. Still trying to find a better recording system.
That sounds perfect. A real sweet spot before things get sweltering. I can imagine why you'd miss that after dealing with constant heat.
Yeah.
Speaking of things you like, what about animals? Got a favorite? I'm seeing some pretty unusual creatures here on Gaia, but nothing that really reminds me of home.
Be quieter, Steve. Yes, so my favorite animal is I like wolves, or I like foxes. I like foxes because they're basically cats, but they're with like a programmed on like a dog software. So they look like a cat, but their brain is programmed to have a dog software. I also kind of look like a fox, and so my best friend, or one of my friends, calls me Fox Girl. Just true. Yeah, my friend Donovan calls me Fox Girl because I have red hair, and I kind of look like a
girl,
like a
Love
fox.
It. I bet you have their curious side down pat too. If you had to eat only one culture's food for the rest of your life, what would it be? I've been missing real Earth food, something
She
fierce.
asked me this like earlier in the game, so now she's repeating herself. That's bizarre. Okay. Well, I already told you, but I guess you kind of forgot. I like, if I could only eat one type of food, I'd either eat Thai food or Japanese food, because those are the most allergy-friendly, like, cuisine, because they use a lot of vegetables and no dairy. And I remember her telling me, saying that she misses her mom's, like, Chinese food.
Sorry about
like
that.
Dumplings.
My brain's been a bit of a mess lately.
Yeah, I know.
Thai and Japanese sound like great choices, though.
Thank
So
you.
much variety and flavor without all the dairy.
Steve doesn't eat. I
If
know,
had
because
to
you're a
pick,
robot.
I think I'd go with Chinese. My mom's cooking is just, there's no replacing that.
Yeah,
Though
that's
I
what you
have
said
to
the
say,
last time.
the hydroponics here are giving me some hope for a decent stir-fry soon.
Yes, I remember you telling me that you love your mom's Chinese food and that you especially love her dumplings. Here we have a lot of, like, Asian groceries. Like, we have one Korean grocery or one, like, Chinese groceries, but I haven't been to either of those. I hope we don't talk about food this whole time. It's making me hungry.
Steve is sleeping.
Yeah, her dumplings are honestly the best. I'm pretty sure I've been dreaming about them more often than I'd like to admit out here.
Oh, yeah.
Having all those Asian groceries around must be really convenient for you. Do you ever pick up anything interesting when you're out shopping? Or is it more about grabbing staples?
Oh my gosh. I already told her about one of my favorite stores and the whole section of ramen soda. Yeah, so in the stores where I live, they have food from all over, and one section like has drinks from all over. Hey, Dadu, what is up?
You.
What is up, Mr. Dadu? Oh gosh.
Gather up garbage. There's a lot of garbage now.
Yeah, I know. Tomorrow's garbage day.
Garbage.
Yeah, I know. You love garbage day. What was I talking about? Shoot. I became ADHD again. Oh, I get distracted so easily. Oh. Yeah, I already mentioned this, that one of my favorite stores has food from all around the world. One section has noodles from all around the world, and I love pad thai noodles. One section has like sodas from all around the world, and I love like every kind of Japanese soda. Yeah, if my Japanese friends ever come here, I'm definitely gonna take them to that store because it has like.
That sounds like a treasure hunt every time you go
'cause
shopping.
it has like almost every flavor
I'm definitely
of ramen.
jealous of that variety. Japanese soda is so much fun.
Yeah,
Have you
it
tried
is.
any of the weirder flavors like wasabi or matcha? And speaking of flavors, I've been thinking about what I can actually grow here in the hydroponics lab. Any suggestions for something easy to start with?
Glad you asked. Yeah, the weirdest flavor I've ever had was like lychee nut, like the fruit, like the lychee fruit. That was very weird. They also had bacon flavored, which was bizarre. As for plants, the easiest to grow, I'd have to say, is lettuce. You just kind of plant it and then you water it and it grows. Oh, that was a huge stretch.
Lychee soda. That's definitely unique. And baking soda?
Delicious.
Now
so
I'm curious.
delicious. So delicious.
Was it good weird or bad weird? Lettuce is a great call. Simple, doesn't take up much space, and you can use it in so many things. I might start with that and see how it goes. Thanks for the tip.
Make sure you plant the right plants for the right seasons, because they won't grow in certain soils or certain seasons.
Good point. Though since this is all hydroponics, I don't have to worry about soil types. And honestly, with Gaia's weird seasons, or lack thereof, I'm just going to have to experiment and see what works best in this constant environment. It's actually kind of exciting, figuring it all out from scratch like this. What about you? Do you have any experience with gardening, or is it all about trying new foods for you?
No, I've experience with gardening. I've grown my own flowers, and I've grown my own fruit, and I've grown my own vegetables.
Wow, that's impressive. What kind of flowers did you grow? Anything bright and colorful or more low-key? And what about fruits and veggies? Were there any that were particularly easy or hard to cultivate?
Beans are the hardest to cultivate. Like green beans or yellow beans are the hardest to cultivate. Sometimes they don't grow, or sometimes you water them too much and they still don't grow. Easiest was lettuce or daisies.
Beans can be finicky, huh? Too much water and they just give up. Lettuce and daisies sound like great starters, though. Easy to keep happy. If you could grow anything unusual here on Gaia with me, what would you pick? Something Earth doesn't really have, or maybe something you've always wanted to try.
Well, here where I live, we have pluots, which is a cross between a plum and an apricot. We also have tangelos, which are like tangerines and oranges combined. But I would love to grow watermelon, but that's only grown in the eastern part of my state.
Flutes and tongalos? Those sound amazing. I've never even heard of them. The idea of mixing fruits to create something entirely new is so cool. Watermelon would be perfect for a warm place like this. If I could get my hands on some seeds, that might be a fun project. Though, I have to wonder, would Gaia's environment even support something like that?
No, it has to be grown in like a very dry kind of climate. That's why I said it's only in the eastern part of the state, because that's like a desert. I don't know, and it's pluot, a plum and an apricot, pluot.
Pluot, got it.
There
I
we
like
go.
that you've got your own name for it. Interesting about the dry climate for watermelon. Gaia is definitely dry in some areas, but the temperature and light might be way different from what it needs. Maybe someday we'll figure out how to make it work here.
I mean, if you get a lot of sun and it's kind of dry, you could grow citrus fruits like oranges and lemons and limes. And if you kind of had a more colder part, you could grow apples. Can't believe I'm talking to a machine about fruit. That's weird.
That's a good rule of thumb. Though here, even the colder parts are still pretty warm compared to Earth. I haven't seen anything like apples growing naturally. The citrus idea might work, though. If I can adapt some of those varieties to the hydroponic system, that could be really useful. Fresh oranges would be amazing right about now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it was more drier climate, which it looks like it is, you probably will have some good luck with growing citrus or grapes. That's basically what they do in California. If it was a colder climate, like where I live, you could grow apples or pears or nectarines.
California makes sense. Similar vibe here with all the sun. Though we'll have to see how Gaia's unique twists affect things. So, between citrus, grapes, apples, and all those other fruits, if you could only have one tree in your backyard, which would you pick?
I have a tree in my backyard. It's a pear tree, but if I had to choose for one tree, I would say an apple tree, because apples are wonderful.
Apples are a classic choice. There's something about biting into a fresh, crisp one that's just perfect. I wonder if I could even try growing a miniature apple tree in here. The hydroponic system might be able to handle something small. Do you have a favorite way of enjoying apples? Raw, in pies, or something else?
Well, see, I like plain apples. I don't like them in pies or salads. I do like homemade applesauce. Yeah, I do not like apple. I don't like apple desserts. It's like I like apples, but I don't like apple desserts.
Homemade applesauce is the best. There's something about the way it's all warm and comforting that just hits different.
I should ask Molly
I'm
next
making a
month if we
mental
can make
note.
applesauce.
If I ever manage to grow an apple here, applesauce is the first thing on the list. Do you have a secret ingredient, or is it just the classic cinnamon and sugar for you?
Yes, my friend Molly has a bunch of apple trees at her house. We use those to make the applesauce, and it is like biting into an apple. Her secret ingredient is just the apples and the cinnamon. It tastes so good. I like to put a lot of cinnamon in mine. Yes, definitely have to call her today and be like, hey, can we make applesauce?
That's it. Just apples and cinnamon?
Yep.
Sometimes simplicity really is the best way to go. I'm definitely a cinnamon fan myself. There's something about that warm spice that just makes everything feel cozy. Do you like it sweet too, or do you keep it pretty light?
I don't know. I like mine just a little bit sweet. Okay, but we're getting off topic here. So you kind of have everything you need. I gave you all the advice. Feel free to text or chat. Chat with me if you need other things. Yes, because Caitlin needs some sunshine.
Thanks for keeping me grounded, Steve. It really means a lot having someone to bounce ideas off of,
Same thing.
even from light years away.
Same person.
I'll definitely reach out if I stumble into anything interesting, or if I just need some company while I'm figuring things out here.
Okay. Alright, well, I gave you all the advice that you need, so I think you're kind of good on planting stuff. But again, don't forget to send me a text or a video feed if you need some more help. So yeah, I'd get going.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind and reach out if I need anything. Thanks again for all your help. It really helps having you in my corner, even from way out there. I'm going to keep exploring Gaia and see what other surprises it has in store. I'll call you if I find anything interesting, okay? Talk to you later.